Welcome back, everybody, to another production of Idle Mimic Productions.
Dude.
Figure out a better outfit for that.
So
It's
actually
so-
we're
started
not
to
scripted.
Welcome to another installment of Idle Mimic Productions.
Hey,
A
we're
Circus
playing
Road.
D&D again!
yeah,
Yay!
D&D.
No
Hi,
script
it's
here.
us.
Wait, this wasn't all scripted right now.
No, this would be a pretty intuitive script, though. Anyway, we'll go ahead and get into it. Where we last left off, an enigmatic stranger had placed a business card of sorts on the desk of Genevieve's fortune-telling booth as he walked out the door. That business card had a gilded image of a rose on it and the name Kentwood Atticus. Kentwood Atticus.
I'll write that down.
Yeah. Probably a good idea. I had it written down. My notes deleted themselves. That was fun. I'm still recovering from that. There's gonna be shifts in the narrative now.
Every time I hear Atticus, I think of the Birdcage.
With Robin Williams.
Yeah, and
A fantastic movie.
oh yeah, and what's his noodle?
Nathan Lane.
No,
Hank Azaria
yeah, Hank Azaria.
as
Their,
Atticus.
their butler wants to rename himself Atticus Spartacus.
That's a great movie. Still stands out pretty well.
It's a great musical, actually, as well. It's originally called La Cage aux Folles.
Oh, I did not know that.
The more you know.
Well,
God, we're all so old. We're all doing the rainbow.
for you kids, that's from a BBS? Is that from ABC? Who's that from? Who did
it's
that?
from one Saturday morning.
Saturday
cartoon.
morning cartoons. It was their educational break.
Oh,
where they'd have celebrities.
oh no,
No, that's knowing is half the battle.
Yeah.
that's it's literally Sesame Street. It's literally Sesame Street. I've seen that out on Sesame Street. Like the more you know. Have I? No, maybe I haven't. Anyway, that also loves Sesame Street. That's fantastic. If you haven't seen Sesame Street, recommend it.
Anyway,
It is a beautiful girl.
Yeah, he leaves the tent. Genevieve is left there with an air of awe and mystery.
Okay, that was weird, but it wasn't weird. I'll unpack that later.
And the scene shifts. Koji is standing near a pretty frustrated Rexy. Standing clear, of course. As she occasionally throws things over her shoulder that she rips out of the machine in front of her. And they go clattering against the wall, bouncing off various other projects or knocking over oil cans. She seems frustrated with her Ori. Something fizz popped and snapped last time she tried to activate it. And now, the flurry of cursing tells you that she's having trouble figuring it out. She stands up and wipes a greasy hand on her forehead and turns to you and says, I'm tired. I've been up for 37 and a half hours. And I think I need some sleep or more caffeine if I'm going to deal with this. So
I think you're a little too hyper-focused and need to take a step back from it. Do you want me to take a look at it?
you know what? No, but I'm going to go get some coffee. So
Okay.
she leaves the room. The machine still pours out a little bit of electrical smoke as you look at it. The ceiling of this room with the Ori's massive rings slowly fills with haze.
I'll clean up whatever mess she kind of made. I'm not going to touch the contraption because I felt that wrath before and never again.
Fantastic.
So if there's like soot on the wall from explosions, whatnot, I'll go ahead and take care of that.
You go ahead and begin polishing and cleaning the way a well-taught apprentice should, doing all the things that make her life easier, allowing her to invent and focus. And she comes back with a single cup that's, about the size of her torso, carrying it around in her gauntleted arm. She looks at you cleaning and then looks at the machine and says, "So you don't know?"
You told me not to look.
She rolls her eyes. She sets the cup down on the table and she says, "And I appreciate you helping me with this, but you have a right to do your own thing now. You do know that."
I'm doing my own thing with the Gregs.
She nods. "How's that going?"
Good. Almost done.
"Well, let me know if you need me to look at it." She gets back in the machine, top half disappearing. You hear more.
Maybe you should actually come take a look at it just to kind of unfocus your mind from this. And it might help you figure out what you're missing on this project.
She's already set down her gloves and taken off her goggles. "If you insist,"
I do insist.
cracks her knuckles. And she'll follow you to wherever you have your workshop, where you're working on this large contraption.
So I think I'm just trying to figure out how to get the Gregs to activate the wings. I'm trying to get it so I don't have to use 10 Gregs, just 5 Gregs.
You see, your fundamental problem is that the Gregs can only work together up to a certain amount, and then their cohesion starts falling apart. These wings you have here, they're too heavy for 5 Gregs. You need 10, but 10 will start to fail around the 4th or 5th flap. They'll start fighting about it. You need 5 Gregs per wing, but you also need lighter wings. You just can't have all this extra framing and metal, and you need to figure out how to replace some of it with fabric or tubes.
Oh, so if we use silk for the wings,
That might work. You need a lot of silk. We
it's worth it
do
for the
have
show.
big tents.
It'll definitely be worth it for the show.
She thinks, and she starts writing down on a piece of paper, looking up at it, writing down, eyeballing measurements, writing it down. It's to look into an engineering lab. It's not that exciting. Yeah, you guys are working on this contraption together. She's excited by the prospect of it, and she's trying to point out here and there where you'll need to add various controls or rework certain limbs so that smaller groups of Gregs can man it. You might want to talk to the Gregs about, instead of just showing off a dragon, perhaps a seed with a dragon, allowing the use of those extra Gregs.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "I've heard a lot of jokes about kobolds and trench coats. Maybe we can arm them with swords, put them in plate mail."
Yes. Oh, and then the knight fights the dragon.
Yes. Now you're getting me.
3 kobolds in a plate mail.
It's a big cliche, but it's done a new way, so it should be entertaining, right?
I like it.
Fantastic. Well, you go ahead and write up those plans for that. I think I figured out what's wrong with the Ori. And she'll stroke her chin as she leaves the room, having kind of lost in thought. All
Go
right.
get them.
Speaking of the Gregs, we'll go ahead and shift over there to wherever Alfredo currently is hanging out.
Whatever he's blowing up.
What's Alfredo up to?
Alfredo's probably right next to Toji, working on Alfredo's own contraption. The 5 heads of Tiamat. So far, it's about half a black one. This is as far as it's going. The other ones blew up.
Funny thing is, he
Alfredo
was
forgot
working
not
with
all of them don't breathe fire. Alfredo forgot about that.
Do different things. So you're at Toji's workshop with Rexy?
Oh no, at the Greg's workshop.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, we no blowing stuff up in here.
As you work with the leftover scraps and puppets and marionettes that the Gregs have put in deep storage or put away for, tearing apart and turning into other stuff, you are left with not the best of materials and not the best to work with. Most of this stuff has been damaged by years of use or didn't work in the first place, which is why it was thrown into deep storage. It probably explains why a lot of your creations are going awry.
Oh yeah, that's the problem. Materials.
Definitely not the person putting it together, but what it's made out of.
Alfredo's being guided by the great scaled one.
Fantastic. Well, with nothing yet to show, what do you put on? What do you do? You do have a small bit of time in an off main tent for a show. You're welcome to just let that time be. Continue working on your project.
Alfredo is a smart kobold, so yes, building the puppet Tiamat as a show is a great way to multitask.
Oh, God. Actually, it's probably a really great show because he's going to blow himself up in the process.
Nothing can go wrong there.
You contract a cart and you load up everything that you wanted to work with, all of your materials, all of your tools into the cart, and you have it transported over to the tent.
I grab 3 Gregs.
You grab 3 Gregs. The Gregs don't like you.
In this
Um,
moment or ever.
Like in general, he's an individual, and they're not happy about that. He dares to be himself in a society where uniformity is a massive benefit, and that's a problem with them. Their issue with him is their own prejudice, but it's part of their culture.
Alfredo doesn't expect much from kobolds of their ilk.
Well, as you head up to a group of Gregs, they turn to regard you and they say, "What you want, White Scale?"
How to put this?
Oh no, his name Alfredo. Remember, not White Scale. He has name.
As platinum scale to you. Wait, no, Alfredo.
No, he has 3 names now.
You're so
special.
I know. For beer, help me out.
That's it. That's it. They're good. They're on.
One of you may explode. But that's fine.
That's like Tuesday. Okay. It is Wednesday, so extra pay.
Huddle over to the tent, just throw everything in, quickly write up a sign. Sign. Alfredo's platinum extraordinaire, amazing, to be constructed. Yeah.
As you put the sign there on the signpost, you head inside with all of your stuff, and the Gregs stand around looking at the vast amount of broken contraptions and puppets and extra stage nonsense that's been pulled out by you, and they say, "Well, what are we supposed to do with this?"
Okay. You hold that drum, right? Don't worry about the ticking. You put on half that puppet head. Yep. And you go get people to watch.
They look around at each other regarding confusion. Beer.
Here.
And they head out. One heads out the door. The other two do as you've asked. And after a few minutes, he's managed to go to a couple of people inside. Managed to catch their interest.
This how our party accidentally summons Tiamat.
Accidentally?
As
This
they
is like-
enter in, a few people have sat down. There's maybe 7 people sitting around the outside stands watching with general interest, curious if this show has started or if this is the show.
Ladies and others, humanoids bid, welcome to this thing. Yes, you will see explosions and sewing and maybe some knitting, and it is going to make no sense, but you know what? It's a work in progress. You did sign the waiver on. Yes, you did entering the circus. Great.
They look at each other and waver.
A small print when you entered. It's fine. So it's pretty much just going to be Alfredo the Greggs trying to put together a puppet Tiamat with lots of explosions happening.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, may get a head just right, and okay, let's go test. And the head shoots through the ceiling.
Just rampant planned comedy that's not planned and might result in the injury of a crowd member. I like it. Okay.
Yep.
I guess not even sure how to performance check.
Yeah. Performance. Go. Yeah.
It's an exciting show. It's a confusing one, but it's an exciting show. The explosions have people on their seats, and while it's not for every person at the circus, it is entertaining enough to those with a mechanical mind, those who are curiously minded or magically minded, to filter into the tent and begin watching these explosions, these misconstrued contraptions, and they take it as a satire. They take it as a comical satire on a kobold attempting to create. And you actually get laughs.
Yeah. And then at the end, full on great scaled one sermon. So I assume they will leave.
Yeah, they would all immediately leave once they realize that they're being a betrayer god is being proselytized to them.
Hey, how dare you say that about Bahamut? He's the good one.
Tiamat.
Tiamat's the bad one.
Yeah, aren't you sermoning for Tiamat right now?
No, for
Oh, you're
Bahamut.
sermoning for Bahamut. So yes,
Yeah.
after it becomes obvious that it's a religious sermon, they'll leave. That's not why they came to the circus today.
fair enough. Great scale one guide you.
All right.
Well, thanks, Greggs. Bye.
I had a Giwar redemption thing, like
He
Ready to go?
clamps again, it seems.
He's hiding somewhere.
Back in the kitty maze.
Yeah.
so. I guess without further ado, the party gathers at the Bard's Hole in their standard booth.
We have a standard booth now.
At the end of the day, yeah, the one
Yeah.
you've been going to.
So I guess we're going to Port Damali.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Why was that again? I really wasn't paying attention.
You have to go steal something.
Yeah.
I feel kind of weird,
Wait.
Nikki, about that though.
Isn't stealing bad?
Yeah.
Well, if you're stealing from somebody bad, then really you're just doing good. But listen, because we're going to Port Damali, I think it's only fair that I got a bit of history there. So yeah, it's
Oh, that's
Oh.
great. You know exactly what to do there. Where to go.
that's one way to look at it. So I'm not gonna be Xander while I'm there, okay? Because Xander's not good there. I'll probably be like most of the time I'll just be Sebastian, and I'll turn into my human form.
Bastion's a lot.
Yeah, but he's not known there, and I don't want to bring trouble to you guys.
What about
Oh.
Desiree?
Desiree's
Plan.
kind of known there.
Go back to previous you.
Okay, I'll switch back to Xander.
Pull out a half-finished red Tiamat head. There we go. There.
Yeah, that might work, but it's like I said, I don't want to bring my trouble to you, so it's best if I'm not seen there. As it is, we're pretty close to Port Damali, and I'm not on edge as it is, considering I just did a fabulous one-man show and kind of outed myself to anybody who might be remotely connected to the people that are not happy with me.
What did you do?
I saw some stuff that I shouldn't have, and a friend of mine was killed because of it. Well, he was what I saw, actually.
You can kill people by seeing them.
I mean, I wasn't always the fabulous bard that you know me as now. I had a bit of a life before this, and I kind of grew up on the streets of Port Damali. And I ran with not a great crowd. Obviously not as charming and pleasant as you all are. I witnessed a power play go down, and they're not happy that I did. It's kind of why I came here.
So you're on the run
Um,
from bad guys.
from bad guys. Yeah. I didn't really do anything. I mean, okay, well, I've never killed anybody that didn't deserve it.
No, I was waiting for the shoe to drop.
So, but it's it's going to be something when we go,
Well,
especially with considering what we're supposed to be doing when we go.
Well, the upside is, shouldn't this be up your alley then?
Yeah. There is that. Would I have any knowledge of any of Marius Lichber or Lady
Marius
Felius?
Lexberg is he's a thespian and a composer. He's a double threat.
So he's pretty well known in Port Damali.
He's very well known in Port Damali.
Okay.
His acting career has largely petered out, and he does not do anything that's beneath him anymore.
So he's a washed-up actor.
Pretty much a washed-up actor because he's gotten too difficult to deal with, not because he's bad at his job. As for Lady Felius, she's a well-known socialite. She's an heiress, so she doesn't actually done too much, but she's managed to keep her family's name and estate relevant through various social connections and party goings, and like, I'll introduce you with this person, keeping a tight list of important people that she keeps people connected through. She's
But
stayed important.
yeah, but
I-
she's not important.
She herself is not terribly important. However, she is known to take her free time and practice magic.
So she's a Kardashian.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Oh, if they had
are both
magic.
these are
If
both
they-
of these two legit? Like, seeing that I ran with the Thieves Guild
Yes,
there in
they
Port Damali,
both,
would they? Do I know if they have any connections? I don't know if
They-
I would or not, but
they are both known to be collectors of magical items of various interests, usually relating to Port Damali or the Menagerie Coast itself and its history. In this way, they have a feud. They do not like each other,
The rival antique collectors.
pretty much.
and in that aspect, they may have hired some of the people that I might have known to get said items from each other or from others, possibly.
Yes, yes. In
Okay.
fact, Marius is well known for not actually paying the Thieves Guild after they do work for him. He'll just hire guard for a little longer instead of paying the thieves.
Okay. I'll share what I know with the group as far as what I know from these two here. So basically what you just told us.
So were you in the Thieves Guild?
Yes, I was.
Is it the Thieves Guild that's after you?
Yes, they are.
Well, shit.
Well, with Alfredo and the Great Scale One protecting us, you'll be fine.
Just let me know if you see any tabaxis kind of following us.
They're the purple people.
They're the cat people.
Oh,
They're the purple people.
kitties.
Yeah, what are the purple people?
Baxies, guess not.
Do you mean some tieflings?
No, they're red.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
They have one eye and one horn, and they eat people.
And I'll actually transform into Whisper, the tabaxi that's my rival, and say, if you see this guy, stay clear and let me know.
What is Whisper's color and or markings?
Whisper is he's called Whisper because you never hear him coming when he's on the job. He's like a Black Panther type.
Okay, but if you never hear him because he's always on the job, how are we supposed to
When
see
he's
him?
on the job, but if he's just walking around, and I'm just saying, keep your eyes out. He runs with a few other people, and yeah.
Do they know that you're a changeling?
Yes. I've been always very open, and I use my changeling abilities to great effect in my past life.
Do they know Rue and
Yes. That's why I'm not going to be Rue, or they were Rue, and they were common. Jasper.
Do they have your scent? Does your scent change?
No, I change, and no, I still smell the same. They know Desiree. It's really just Sebastian that's kind of the new one because he's my bard persona.
Okay, so if they know of Rue and Jasper and Desiree, why do you still use Rue, Jasper, and Desiree?
They're a part of me. It's hard to explain, but
Are you like a fairy where you can only hold one emotion at a time, so you need to switch to another person to be in another emotion?
I don't need to, but they help express certain aspects. So yes, Desiree will come out when I'm pissed off and mad and angry, and she tends to come out more when that happens. And you know, those three and myself, Xander, my true form, are they've been with me since I was a child. So I kind of grew up with them. So yeah, you're right. I probably shouldn't use them anymore, but
What does 10-year-old Desiree look like?
I'll transform into 10-year-old Desiree.
Interesting. So Desiree grew up with you, but Rue and Jasper stopped aging.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, we're gonna unpack that as well. You need therapy.
yeah, probably. But this all being said, and I'll order another round of drinks. And
That's 10-year-old Desiree?
yeah.
Yes. Wait, whose clothes are you in right now?
Close
Well,
shift
the
too.
dress doesn't change sizes, so the dress is actually a little large right now.
Or did you change into Rue's clothes?
No, I'd never do that to Desiree.
Why?
I kind of look just absurd. I'd never be caught dead in those rags.
So did your mentality did your mentality drop to a 10-year-old Desiree, or are you still like a 30-year-old Desiree?
No, I'm still a 30-year-old Desiree talking right now. Or like a 25-year whatever, yeah. But even and then I'll switch back to Xander and like, but even when Desiree was a child, she'd never be caught dead in rags. That's not her. That's just beneath her.
And can you do Alfredo?
Do you really want to see a mirror of yourself? Okay, I'll switch into Alfredo.
Alfredo is good looking.
See, this is what the Gregs could be.
And then I'll still look like you, but I'll change my color to black.
No, 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 no.
So I'll still have your ridge lines and like the make you, but I'll be black instead of white. So now I'm a complete mirror image or a reverse image of you.
Your
Alfredo
phantom
wonders
zone.
if
Except I can't grow the
Reverse.
tail, so I don't have a tail.
What?
that happened to Alfredo if Alfredo broke his promise to Scaled One.
Surgeon drops off the round of drinks.
As soon as I see Thurgan coming, I'll switch back into to Xander. So yeah, that's I just, like I said, I didn't want us to go into Port Damali and have you guys blind to what could happen. I didn't think that was fair. I'm trying to be better. Old me wouldn't have given a shit, but I'm trying to be better.
Thank you.
It's funny, and I'll look at Toji. The guy they killed, my mentor and well, basically my father. He was a gnome.
I didn't even realize I was here.
Yeah, everybody was there.
He was
Yeah,
just
we're all
out there
together.
tinkering with something, just totally zoned out.
You guys
What-
got
what-
back
what?
about midday, and then you did your shows and performances after collecting your gold, and this is the end of the day. You're gathered at the bar for a drink before
Oh,
you
your
have to
mentor-
head out.
Your mentor was a gnome. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure gnomes can. Well, yeah, we can get into tight places that other big people can't get into.
Yeah, he was really good at what he did.
Cool. A gnome in the Thieves Guild. That's pretty sweet.
So, how do we want to go about doing this?
Now that I know I'm present,
Genevieve, I'm sorry, have you told us about your encounter? I can't remember if you did.
I
With your
have now.
fortune. Okay.
You go ahead and lay the
in disclosing secrets.
very nice card stock, the that fine ridged cardboard with the embossed rose on it, and the name Kentwood.
So somebody or some people who I'm assuming is the Order of the Rose, because it's a little too on the nose here for me, wants us to get the compass before we. That's what we're retrieving, I assume, right?
That's what we're supposed to steal from Lady Filius. Filius? That's what Marius Lichtber wants us to take.
And
We
we're
not use the word steal, maybe
Wants us
reappropriate.
to reappropriate
Liberate.
and bring back to the
Liberate.
rightful
Alfredo
owner.
likes that one.
And so this isn't even coming back with us. This is just staying all in Port Damali.
In theory?
I mean, this guy, this Entwood guy, Entwood, Brentwood, or Trentwood?
Kent.
Ent. There is no consonants at the beginning of this word.
No, Kent.
No,
K.
Kent.
Kent.
K.
Oh,
Ken.
okay.
Oh.
There's some Kenergy.
He's Knapp.
He's Knapp. But then we're breaking the circus. But the Order of the Rose. This guy seems pretty legit and not bad.
Do any of you know what Order of the Rose is?
Yeah, I think I did.
Yes, somebody got that insight roll or
Right.
history roll.
We went over it briefly last
Yep.
game, but it is effectively a child's fairy tale.
Right, we thought it was a
It's-
myth, but it could be true now.
Even in this world of magic, it's thought that governments like the king and the Queen of Roshana, like those are the people who protect you. And you know, like agencies like the Cerberus Academy and the Lens are supposedly the people who protect you from the breakings of the deep veils and all of those things, like the eldritch monsters at the far reaches of the universe. But it's supposedly, according to legends, the Order of the Rose.
It's the Illuminati.
I was gonna go with the Templar Knights. Okay. You know what I would like to do once we get to Port Damali that I think would be smart? Maybe we do some research on the Sword of the Rose and see if we can find some stuff either at a library or a place of knowledge.
Well, I mean, it's gonna all be in the fiction section.
But I mean, I don't think if this. I don't. Are we going to betray the circus by not completing the thing? Or a
Can we
random dude
do
who gives me a
both?
card. Well, we can't because we're betraying the circus if we don't complete our gig.
Well, maybe we
Right?
could talk to someone about the Order of the Rose.
Yeah.
Oh, what
Lake-
about? I was going to say Lake.
Well, and was Lake part of the adventuring group?
Yeah, she was the cleric,
Okay, I just wanted to check because when we were
All the senior guys were, weren't they?
pretty much,
Yeah, I
except
just
for
wanted to check.
Lim wasn't initially mentioned in the last session. He wasn't part of the group talked about. He supposedly joined up later, as well as Aknav and Telodia.
Yeah, because when you were talking to your mentor Jared, they didn't mention Lake, so I couldn't remember if Lake was part of the adventuring group or not.
So yeah, I feel like we should talk to either Rexy or Thorm about this, about what they know about it.
I think no matter what, we're gonna want to talk to our person the most. Maybe we each talk
Thorm?
to our. Well, no, I'm saying you talk to Rexy, I'll talk to Lake. Sander, are you cool with talking to Elder or
Thurgan?
Thurgan?
Yeah, I could talk to Thurgan. I don't know what it'll get us. He doesn't seem like the knowledgeable type, but maybe.
Alfredo, do you want to talk to a Greg?
Fredo will talk to the Greg.
The Greg.
Alfredo is not expecting much.
Okay. Who goes first?
3 beers to go.
3 beers to go. 4 beers to go.
Drinking competition?
No.
No.
Alfredo owes
That didn't go
Greg's
well
beer.
last time.
I got
Right,
homework to do.
I'll go talk to Lake.
Okay. The circus is beginning to dwindle. The last goers being shuffled out by the Gregs as they sweep their brooms in a not an intimidating fashion, but sort of all hurting them in a direction as they all sweep dust and stir up a fog cloud, and partygoers want to be away from that. You push in past the last of the dwindling line here, people with various injuries, extremely drunk or sick from various candies, foods. Lake Nye just tapping them all with a wand of poison removal. Some sort of healing device that she's gained in her travels. As you push in, she says, I'm almost done. I just have a couple more. Actually, if you'd love to take care of them.
Okay, what do you need?
I don't know. This one looked sick, and this one I think fell in this scrape. And I think, and you know what? I think they can go home, you drunks. Leave. She puts her hand on her head, rubs her temples. As she sits down by a flickering candle, she says, "What a long day." But reaching over, she grabs a bottle of wine, popping the cork with her thumb.
It's
She-
opening night.
Pours you a glass. She says, "Yes, and we're not even in Damali yet."
Nope.
One
I
day,
pour the 2 wines. Talking about Damali.
yes, you have a mission there, don't you?
Mm-hmm. I also
She
got
did.
approached by my last client. And I just slide the card over.
She picks up the card, holds it in her fingers. And she snaps her fingers and the card bursts into flames.
Cool.
She watches the ashes flicker towards the ceiling, rising with the heat of the candle. And she says, You'd best forget you saw it. It's nothing to be tampered with."
Okay, that's completely fair. And you know, I always appreciate your insight and your candor and your honesty. But can I have a little bit more on that? Because this is weird that within the same breath that we're told that we need to get this and do things that I don't feel good about doing to go retrieve it.
Oh, you have an item retrieval.
We do, and it's a thieving item retrieval, and I don't like it.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, that when Thorn takes these jobs, he does vet them. We only take back items that have already been stolen.
Well, but now we have this third party.
Yes. That is
So-
troublesome.
Can you help a sister out? What does this mean? What more danger are we in if we're already going to be skirting the law?
I'm not sure. If they were going to take it from you, they would just wait. Asking you is some sort of test. She thinks into her wine, mulling over her thoughts. Swirls it around the glass, letting it stick to the edges.
Okay, good wine.
Says, "Well, it seems you have a choice to make."
Well, I don't think it's a choice,
I wouldn't think so either.
but it's just feels like there's a hit. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to like it if we don't give it to them.
No. But it's not like you're actually strong enough to keep it if they wanted to take it.
Well, that's not reassuring.
Isn't it? The fact that they asked?
Well, it means that they don't want to murder us, but they will, and they probably can.
Well, then you better do a very good job.
I feel like I'm wearing so much shit.
It wouldn't be fun if you weren't.
Ugh, I just down the entire glass in one chug, and I'm like, you guys are going to give me an ulcer.
She says, and then I will restore it.
Hopefully by then I'll restore it. Or unrestore it. Or de-restore it.
A little on the nose, she says, that's the spirit. All right, who's next?
I'll talk to Rexy.
Okay.
All right, Toji, you approach Rexy. She's tinkering on her Ori. She's looks like she's in a good mood. It looks like the smoking has stopped pluming out of the machine.
Rexy, are you in a trance or can I pick your brain?
I can take a break. Yeah. She sets down a heavy wrench and scratches her head with her gauntleted hand. What do you need?
Well, you know how Thorn's got us doing stuff?
Oh, of course, yeah. That new mission, getting that thing from that rich douche. What?
Yep, the thing and the thing and the other thing. Well, it turns out this other dude wants a thing because it has to do with oh shit, I've already forgot what it is. What is it?
Order of the
Rose?
Rose.
She picks up the big thing of coffee, and as you say, you said the Order of the Rose.
The Order of the Rose.
Yeah. Roll initiative. She's hitting you with a surprise round, and she's throwing the entire thermos of coffee at you. All right. So he rolled a 19 and she rolled a 31 to hit you.
I rolled a 20 for initiative.
Yeah, she's a surprise round. She goes first regardless.
Oh, okay.
She has advantage on initiative and rolls a 22 on her initiative. She'll hit you in the head with a cup of thermos. Should do 1d8 plus 5 for 10 points of bludgeoning damage, and then she'll rush over to you and punch you with her thunder gauntlet.
What?
At a 6 plus her 11 to hit is 17.
27.
27.
I'm unconscious.
Yeah. I didn't do 27, I just did 17 to hit on my second attack.
Oh,
I had an advantage because it's surprise round. So I have 26 to hit.
yeah, duh.
Yeah, all right. So Thunder Gauntlet. Here is 14 thunder damage plus her additional 5, 19 extra damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
All right. As she looks down at your unconscious form, she seems to breathe for a moment. Yeah. Damn it. Not again. And she'll drag you to your bed.
Doesn't even heal you, just drags you to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to make death saving throws?
No. She
Okay.
hit you with non-lethal damage. She just lost her mind for a second.
Oh, that's some PTSD.
Yeah, I think she knows something, but
Yeah,
Well,
good luck
you
getting
think-
any information out of her.
You think Rexy knows something?
You need to come back tomorrow with more than just me.
So as your leader decides to put you down rather than answering your questions, we'll go to Xander, who is picking Thurgan's brain as the bar has filtered clean. Xander is there in whatever form Xander
Xander.
chosen. Xander.
I'm Xander right now. Yeah.
Writing chairs on top of tables, sweeping floors, and Thurgan is meticulous. He's like on top of his bar, like eyeball to the counter, looking for blemishes and scraps to polish clean.
So, Durgan,
Hey,
question,
I like those. I like the questions.
right? I know, so do I. You want a drink?
You know, come to think of it, I do.
I'll pour him a drink. I'll pour myself a drink, and cheers.
Clink.
So you know how we got these missions now, and our latest one. We were approached by somebody, and we're not considering it or anything like that, but just kind of wondering if maybe you had some information. We're supposed to get this compass, and one of us was approached by somebody from the Order of the Rose. Does that mean anything to you?
He stops for a noticeable moment. He just stops moving. It's not characteristic of him. He's always swaying, and he seems sober for half a second. And he keeps going, and he drinks, and he says, "Oh yeah, I know all about the Rose." And he goes, and lets a huge fart rip.
Mind sharing? Just so
Well, I
we know
just did.
what we're getting into.
Sharing the fart.
He just did share his words.
Thanks. Appreciate that. I
It
kind
says,
of mentioned.
"These are the questions that can get a man drifted into the cosmos." Are you sure you want to be walking down this road?
Well, it seems like we're walking down it anyway, because we've already been approached by one of them. If we don't know what the hell we're getting into, then we're going in blind, which is fucking stupid.
No, it's all right to go in blind. You stumble through and you avoid everything, just like I do, right? Like I told you. And you'll come out fine. It happens to me every time.
We'll come out smelling like a rose.
Exactly.
No.
You're getting it.
And I kind of do one of these to try to get the fart essence, smelling like a rose.
He looks at you. "Look, Sander, I like you. I'm not trying to lose you. So I'll give you this. If they're talking to you, it's not what they've asked for that they want. You make your decisions. They're yours. I got no bearing on it. But I like you. And I'd be ashamed to lose you."
All right. Thanks for your time. And
I know it's not much, Sander. I see the disappointment on your face. I know the air of mystery and all that. I'm a man who's upfront. I give it to you straight like a dwarf should. But some things are not to be talked about. They whisper on the wind. You can hear them for miles away with their ideas. This world of ours has more mystery than we'll ever know. And there's a reason a dwarf drinks. So, heed my advice, yeah? My dear friend.
we'll do another drink.
He gives you a drink and he claps you on the back with his massive monk hand. You feel a little bit of ki go into you. It's an interesting feeling of shivers all through your body, echoing around.
Did you happen to see my show?
I was there, watching from the back flap. Did not want to distract you. It was lovely. It's lovely. That there Molly Mock, fine fella. You did him proud. Not that I ever met the fella, just heard about him.
Oh, that was my next question when you said it. So.
No, in the circles we used to run in, you get to hear the names and the legends, off the ones that the others don't, from the mouths of the geniuses themselves. It's a lovely thing.
And I'll go back to finishing cleaning up the bar and
All right, you're done talking already? Ah, that's fine. I think I'll find Elder. I was enjoying the voice. All right. He'll leave the bar and go find Elder to talk to. You got him talking, and then you clammed up, and he's like, "All right, you only wanted information. You don't want to be friends." He goes, gets all
You're no friend of
butthurt.
mine.
He goes and finds his buddy. And Alfredo, you're trying to find Greg, just Greg.
Alfredo has decided that all Gregs are Greg. So any Greg is Greg.
Okay. You go find a random Greg.
Mhm.
And he's scurrying around, cleaning, getting things done. And he stops to talk to you, and he says, "Oh, why? All you do is talk. We clean, we sweep, we get people out. Why you waste time?"
It's Alfredo is albino platinum. Anyway,
This
Beer.
is why you get green letter, you see.
beer Alfredo owed you. I just
What?
give him like 3 mugs of beer. Work it out. Do you know anything about a rose?
I know rose flower.
So goodbye. And Alfredo will head up to the ringmaster's tower to see if he can knock on the door.
To which tower? The Thorin?
Thorin's, yeah.
Thorin, yeah, absolutely. You climb all the way up to the tops of the tower, and you knock on the door. It's there. After a moment, the door creaks open, and Thorin has come down the tower in his bathrobe and fuzzy slippers that do have indeed owlbear beaks on the front of them. He looks out the door and around, and then he looks down. Oh, Alfredo. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Oh, hey, big boss.
You can see what one hand is behind his back right now.
Alfredo is concerned. Weird man came to speak to Genevieve.
Oh, yes. I know all about that.
We trying to figure out how not to die.
Well, it's easy.
So-
Don't get blown up or stabbed or crushed or
I-
stepped on by a giant beast or fall in a pit of acid or burn in fire or electrocuted or frozen, sent into an astral void or eaten by a creature. God, there are a lot of ways to die. Are there poisoned?
Alfredo has experienced many of those. But no, Alfredo's more concerned about Eli Leeton.
The order. What about it?
What is it? Should we be concerned? They've asked Genevieve to do opposite from what you said.
Oh, no, I wouldn't be concerned in the slightest. I take care of mine. If I thought they were a danger, I of course knew they were here. I know everything that goes on in my service. I would have gotten rid of them. I don't think you have anything to worry about. If anything, I'm curious to see how it plays out.
Big boss has put Alfredo's heart at ease. Good
Oh,
night.
I'm glad to do so. Oh, Alfredo.
Mhm.
He hits you with a wand of polymorph.
Wisdom
You're-
save?
You're a monkey. You're a monkey. He says, enjoy. And now you can't tell your allies what you just heard.
Time to be a cheeky monkey. Alfredo will spend the next hour messing with the Gregs in monkey form.
Fantastic. I love it. Yeah, you thoroughly annoy the Gregs. You undo wires that they're putting up, you unfurl umbrellas, you tip over chairs, and then run away screeching at the top of your lungs every chance you get. You eventually draw out just Greg to deal with the issues. You recognize that he is different because he's the only Greg wearing a full troubadour's outfit, including the hat.
Oh,
Weirdly, the leader of the Gregs, who dislike you for your individuality, has a flair for his own individuality.
the other ones are just jealous. Frodo found the weakness. But we'll still steal the hat.
You grab the hat off of just Greg's head, and he watches and pulls out a wand and hits you with levitate. Now you have a monkey's. Let's pull out levitate real quick.
Does everyone have wands? Jeez.
Do all of the leaders of the circus have a selection of wands at their disposal to do weird circusy shit with whenever they want? Yes. Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Especially Greg, who is not a magic user. Thorin's wand was really his conductor's wand. He has to cast spells through something.
Good focus.
Especially for a bard, right? All right, levitate. It is Constitution saving throw. Monkey has con +1.
It is a plus. Wow.
+1.
12.
Yeah, you fail against Greg's saving throw, and you are lifted into the air, screeching. And he stands beneath you, and he shakes the wand to try and shake the hat out of you. Go ahead and give me a blah 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 acrobatics. Give me an athletics. Give me a monkey strength, which is +1.
14.
Okay, you do manage to hold on to the hat up in the air, and Greg gets a little bit upset by that. He lowers you down to him to look in your monkey eyes, and he looks back. He steps back a second, then he pulls out a monocle and puts it on his eye and goes, "Alfredo."
And a monkey, I'll say, I'm platinum, not white. Throw the hat at him.
He takes the hat and puts it on his head and says, "Okay, did you want to talk, or are we good?"
Oh.
And you put it on him. Oh, yeah. And he goes, "Okay," and he sets you down and says, "Get up." You scurry off like a monkey. You want to go mess with anybody else like a monkey? You're a monkey for a while. It's not about to end very quickly.
Careful, you're gonna end up in one of Lim's cages.
Good point.
Don't go too far, yeah. Lim will grab you and shove you in with the other monkeys.
Or with the tiger.
That goat.
Although the tiger's probably learned his lesson after being caged with the goat.
I'm upset that the goat's eating the hay in the tiger den. Like, that can't be hygienic.
Think
He lived
Alfredo
with a
would-
giant.
I was gonna say he lived with a giant. He's got a strong constitution.
Mhm.
Alfredo, yeah.
Just enjoy having a prehensile tail for a while.
All right.
Yeah.
You swing from the various ropes and canopies, and you enjoy being a monkey for a bit. Before the night passes and the long rest cycles over, you guys meet once again at the Bard's Hole for breakfast.
I wish I was a monkey versus being unconscious.
Yeah. Well, you wake up in the morning with a headache.
Is that a dent? The thermos? Why does the thermos fit in this dent?
There's a note by your bedside table, and it says, "A big tog fell on you. Be more careful."
Oh yeah, I should be more careful. What happened? What's today?
You look over. It's whatever relates to Thursday in this world. There are different names for the days. I just haven't memorized them.
What was I doing again? Okay, Rexy, I'm gonna go meet up with my group. I'll see you later.
There's no response. I'm not sure if Rex is here. You head out. You
Yep.
go down Torgat Shell and you head to the middle of the circus where the Bard's Hole has even set up sort of an outdoor breakfast area. The platform has lowered down a little bit mechanically. The elephants have been untethered and set off to be taken care of limb. And the Bard's Hole has established itself as a restaurant here. You want to eat outside?
Yeah, it's nice outside. Sure.
Nice day. Nice day. As you sit outside and one of the waiters come by and take your order, who joins?
I'll come down from my room and see Toji outside and head over to him.
Fantastic.
So what'd you find out? Or do you want to wait for the others to get here?
Find out about what?
The Order of the Rose? Remember you were going to ask Rexy if she knew anything?
Oh, that bitch. That's right. That's right. Okay.
It all
So
comes flooding back to you.
I
Like
asked her.
walking over with my coffee in hand. What bitch?
Get that thermos away from me. Okay. So I asked Rexy, and I'm guessing she knows something because she threw her thermos at me and punched me in the face with her thunder gauntlets.
She gave you a thunder punch?
She gave me a thunder punch. And then the next thing I knew, it was morning and I woke up. She wasn't there and I'm here now. And I forgot for a moment what it was I was supposed to do, but now I remember. And yeah, she knows stuff.
All right.
As Alfredo sits at the table as a monkey, just all the dishware rattling as he falls
Hey,
down
hey,
from the
Would
ropes
somebody
above.
get Lem and get his fucking animals out of here? This thing's gonna throw shit all over the place, and I'm the one who's gonna have to clean it up.
Giwar would take a close look at the monkey and go, "That's not one of them's."
Kind of
He's
look
very
at the
familiar
monkey.
with the monkeys.
Pastry attack, go.
He slapped you in the face with a pastry. There's a bit of a divine tingle in it.
For some reason, don't think that's a normal monkey.
The cheeky monkey.
Alfredo,
Apparently,
you in there?
but
Eh?
All right.
The monkey just seriously,
Yeah.
so the
on.
Gregs turned Alfredo into a monkey.
hang on. So that's you, right?
Eh?
I feel really bad for doing this right now. I'm so sorry,
Hmm?
Alfredo. And I punched a monkey in the face.
You punch the monkey in the face. Go ahead, and how much damage do you do? One automatic because of unarmed. Do you have a strength modifier?
It's 2. But-
Okay, you do 3 damage to the monkey and pop him out of his form, and he's now Alfredo again.
Do you like that slow motion?
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
I
buddy.
didn't know it worked that way. That's handy.
Alfredo's tail. Oh well.
So
You learn
I-
weird shit when you end up having to heal all you motherfuckers all the time.
Can't be using all your spell slots. Sometimes you gotta punch a bitch out of polymorph.
This isn't the first time. But the worst is when it's really not somebody and you end up just like
Punching a monkey.
punching. God, I'll never forgive myself for that day that I punted that Pomeranian. I just like, lived all of my
I mean, don't you have a tool for that? You just kick the dog. You punted a Pomeranian.
Well, Pomeranians are hardly dogs, are they? I mean, they're
Pomeranians are so puntable.
and let the hate mail flood in the chat.
Little, little flying furball. Fuck, man.
I can remember that scene in A Good Place where he punted the dog into the sun. Fam, who are watching this, I love animals. I would never punch a Pomeranian.
I'm just picturing everything everywhere all at once where that bitch used her dog as a weapon. Now I just pictured Genevieve just like with a leash on a dog.
Oh, now I remember that part.
So, Alfredo, the Gregs turned you into a monkey?
Oh, Bahamut, no, they're useless.
Okay, so what happened to you then?
Yeah, there's got to be a story
Oh.
here.
Mm-mm. It was Big Boss Man.
Which big boss man?
The Big Boss Man.
He looked at the tower.
You went and talked to Thorin?
Alfredo was concerned.
And what did he say?
Pretty much, don't be. He pretty much said, don't be. He knows everything. Monkey. Pretty much.
Well, if he fucking knows everything, then what? Okay.
Okay, I got a card being the business card being incinerated. And
Did you ask about Kentwood or the Order of the Rose?
I told
The
her.
Rose.
Wait, who? Sorry, what?
Hmm? He's doing double fingers. Alfredo's unsure.
Well, I lost my finger.
You know magic? Amazing.
Okay, so anyways, I mentioned to Rexy the Order of the Rose when she whooped my ass. Did anybody mention Kentwood?
No.
Yes.
And that's when the card was incinerated.
Well, I gave her the card. But I also I mean, in reality, we're sticking with family here. Like, we're not turning this shit over to the Order of the Rose.
No.
But I was more concerned of our safety. Is someone gonna come and
I'd just like to know who we're going to be pissing off by not dealing with.
right?
If it's going to be a piss off thing, or if it's just like a ho hum, no big deal. You didn't go with us. I don't care. You know, that's all I was. And I didn't really get any answers out of Thurgan either. Like
I just want to know if this was gonna bite us in the ass.
well, if it does, I guess it does. You know, we've kind of made our bed and we're kind of laying in it. So
So we got 2 non-answers. One, it's fine, and one, I'm not even gonna talk about this.
Assault?
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Punch in the face.
Boss Man seemed very confident he can protect his own. So Alfredo is okay with this. For now.
But yeah. No matter what, I'm leaning towards whatever that the Order wants is not great. And this is not going to. This could bite us in the ass. Maybe not today. Maybe not tomorrow.
yeah, isn't that part of being an adventurer?
I didn't sign up to be an adventurer.
It
Right.
Or
depends
you
how
just wanted
hard.
to work in the medic tent the rest of your life?
Yes.
That's boring as hell.
No,
You-
it's not. I punted a Pomeranian.
And took pleasure in
Okay,
it,
yeah,
apparently.
yeah.
No, I still feel bad about that.
Genevieve, you feel a heat behind you. The rest of you watch Elder walk up. He does not look nonchalant like he normally does, relaxed and half drunk, half stoned. He looks angry. He sets his heavy hand down on the table, leaning forward. And he says, Atwood, where is he?
Last night, my tarot tent. That's the last I saw of him.
The one in the woods in the back.
Yeah. Why?
He nods thoughtfully, and he stands up, and he walks off.
Why?
Oh.
What? Come on!
His footsteps smolder in the ground.
I start running to catch up with him.
Fair. Fair. As you follow him to the woods, he, at your tent, hunches down and begins to inspect the dirt. His heat is drying up the area around you. Steam coming off some of the plants, the morning dew evaporating. His look is stern as he investigates the footprints, touching a set that seems a bit larger than the others. His fingers, his eyes flash. It's a bit of ranger magic.
What's going on?
The tracks begin to light up. They lead out, away from the circus. He casts a spell and his fiery steed merges out of the ground next to him. He turns to you, Genevieve, and he says, Tell Lake I'm sorry.
For
I won't be
what?
back for a bit. And he snaps the reins and
Okay, so I head to the Tide Hut, or did you guys follow, or are you guys just still sitting there?
I would have followed.
Elder
Alfredo
is
is
not a
eating
man
pastries.
to be stopped in the middle of his conquests. He doesn't answer questions. He
No,
says,
but
I'll be back in a little bit. Tell Lake now I'm sorry.
all right, let's go talk to Lake, and we'll yell at Toji and Alfredo to come with us inside the Tide Hut.
Fantastic. As you burst into the door of the Tide Hut a few minutes later, running across the circus, Lakena looks up from her morning tea and meditation, and she sits on the ground on top of a colorful carpet. And she says, He's a fool, isn't he?
Yup.
She shakes her head. Well, if you see him in Port Damali, try to get him to come back.
Can you please tell us what the hell's going on?
She sighs.
You seem the most level-headed out of all of the ones we've tried to speak to, and it's not, believe me, Lake, it's none of us are looking to flip. We just want to know what the hell we're getting into.
She opens a doorway in the wall of her shop, of her Tide Hut, with her magic. And she says, Inside quickly.
Go inside.
What's that?
As you all scurry inside, she'll go inside behind you. It's a small little druidic hideaway, a little extra dimensional space. The door shuts. And she sits on a comfortable stump in this ethereal illusion of a place. And she says, Obviously, the Order of the Rose is a real thing. Why they've involved themselves with you and with this, we don't know. We do know that they're powerful, as powerful as they are secretive. Speaking of them over and over will only draw trouble. If they've asked you for something, it's because they want something else. Kentwood Atticus was a rival of ours back when we were adventuring. His whole group worked for the Order of the Rose, and everywhere we went, we seemed to run into him. It turned out there was an informant in our group who was giving away all of our jobs that were of any real importance to him. We dealt with that the way you might deal with any of these things. But Kentwood wasn't happy about it. So began a long-standing feud that resulted in the death of one of our family members. We don't talk about it. But Rex's daughter was taken from us.
Oh,
Rexy's daughter was what? Sorry.
Taken. She died.
Okay.
She says, "This is a secret that is not spoken of. We don't bring it up." She looks over at Toji and his black eye, and as she touches him with a cure wounds and removes the blemishes and wounds on his face, she says, "There's a reason." Now, what you might not know is that Elder is 46, but Rexy is 152. And Rexy's daughter and Elder really liked each other. If Kentwood was here, this is going to send Elder on a rage like one he hasn't been on since he was young. He will turn the town upside down to find Kentwood. Hopefully he's learned something through all of these years. So I guess your mission now is twofold. Prevent Elder from doing anything stupid, should you find him. I understand that you likely won't be able to take him on one-on-one. You should do your best to try if he refuses to listen to reason. Being attacked by his allies usually knocks some sense into him. But don't do it unless absolutely necessary. Do you understand now? Is this enough information for your prying ears?
Why was Thorin so blasé about it?
Thorin thinks he's the master of control. He controls the universe around him. He and Kentwood were good friends at the time. He managed to talk to Kentwood afterwards. And Kentwood claimed some sort of folly about being controlled out of his mind. And Thorin seems to have taken him at his word and forgiven him. They don't speak much anymore. My guess is the confrontation would be too much for him.
What is the name of the person who betrayed you guys?
Not important activity.
But what if I can use it against Kentwood?
Size. Roll a persuasion check.
$14?
She says, "And Tara."
And Tara.
Intara? Ian?
And Ian Tara, a tiefling. This was around the time that we ended up picking up Len. Right? She opens the doorway and says, "Speak not of this outside of extra-dimensional places."
Understood. And I'm sorry for being persistent.
She smiles. "How do you think I got here?"
Being persistent.
And as you walk out, she'll actually seal it behind you because she needs a minute.
Yeah, it's fair.
There you go. Secrets unveiled.
Well,
To Port Damali?
I guess so.
Well, overland map time, huh?
Well, I'm thinking real quick, good break time.
That's right. That's right. It'll be like the Flash to you, but if YouTube's like smart, this is where they'll put the ad. Can we suggest that to them?
Actually, I
We can put the
can
ad wherever
when
we want.
I am able. We can't put ads until we
Oh,
get
until we
people
get
to
there.
subscribe us. So please like, subscribe, do all the things. So eventually we can monetize this channel because right now we can't. So we broke.
Yeah, and then we'll warn you about when the ads are coming, so you can walk away or mute your computer or something.
I won't necessarily know though until I take care of the video. Just saying. I will always put them in good places and not in lame places like most videos.
I hate it so much.
Cliffhanger.
Or in the middle of a sentence. Like,
That's the worst. Like, is the video over? Was it like everyone was watching?
It's like I did a pause. I was
All right, be right back.
see you soon. Welcome back. The party gathers, ready to leave the circus for the next mission. Set in Port Damali. They have 2 passages there. We rejoin our crew, sitting down at the table outside the bard's home as they discuss.
All right. Well, I mean, it looks like we have, 2 methods of transport. I guess we can, go by land. We have horses we can get from Lem and stuff. And of course, you've got your goat.
That's if Lem's gonna even help us out at this point. Or does he have to?
I don't know. We got our green cards. I mean, it's a green card mission. I mean, the thing is, we're not taking your goat if we're going by boat.
last time Alfredo was on a boat. Did not go well.
What happened?
Oh,
No, that's what we're
captured.
asking. Captured.
Put into a cell, then the ship blew up, and washed up on shore. Yeah, it wasn't fun. It's actually how I got to Wildmount. No, I was
Wait,
I was,
wait a minute. So you're not from Wildmount?
no, I come from what's the
land
place
down under.
called? Actually,
Where are we?
the one with the
Storehouse?
sand. No, the sand place.
Marquette?
That's the
Marquette?
one. Mhm.
It's literally the land down under.
Wow. Okay. So your vote would be for land travel, then I'm taking it. I get the trauma involved. I understand. I do. Don't know that I care, but I understand. So
That's
Koji,
I don't think I know how to swim.
well,
But I
we're
don't
not
care.
swimming. We're on a boat.
Well, what if it blows up like Alfredo's boat?
Here's a point.
Okay. So I guess that's 2 for land. Genevieve?
I don't know.
Can we get back by the boat?
Boat would be downstream. It coming back would be upstream. Not impossible. It has to come back upstream, but it's not going to be quicker.
Well, Genevieve, do you want to take your goat? Like, what are your thoughts on Jimothy?
Well, I mean,
I know you were working on breaking him to ride. So is this what you want to do for the next 2 weeks as we ride down to Port Damali?
Holy shit! Boat.
but what?
2 weeks walking? No. Boat.
2 weeks riding?
Or probably about a week on the boat.
Well, we need to also find out where the circus will be.
Well, the circus is heading to Port Damali.
Okay, so we're doing another ahead of.
We're going ahead.
Okay.
We just move
Mark it.
faster than the circus.
Well, if we could find out how much the boat is.
Well, I'm sure we could probably hire on as mercenary guards. I mean, it's a trade route. We
Whatever
might
we
even
choose,
get paid to go.
I need to see Rexy before we go.
Okay, well, why don't you go see about that? And
And you
I'll
guys
see if we
figure
can
out
get hired on for mercenary work for guard duty
on a boat.
on a boat or by land, I guess, whichever one you want.
Okay. I'm good with whatever.
Okay, so I'm going to Tuasoa or Tusoa to the town.
Okay. Takes you
And-
half an hour or so to walk there. You enter into town.
I'm looking for because it's got to be a trade route of some sort. So
Mhm.
I'm looking for if anybody's looking for caravan guards either on the water or on land.
Okay. Okay.
Try to get us a job while we're going.
Go ahead and roll a carousing check. About an hour of downtime used to go into the bar and walk through the lumber yard and all of those things.
So what do you want me to roll?
That's going to be your choice of, I guess, actually, just persuasion. You're going around
Persuasion.
talking to people. You could use intimidation or deception too, if those are your choices. But
No,
persuasion is more likely.
I'm being
to
honest
yield.
and upfront here, so I'll
Yeah.
go. I am Sebastian, the human,
Right.
and will be for most of the time here on out until we're done in Port Damali, more or less.
Sounds good.
14.
Okay. What you learn is that there is a rather large shipment of fairly rare wood that's only allowed to be harvested once every few years by contract with the forest druids. This wood is used in various enchanted constructions like mage towers and things like that. It still needs a lot of arcane work to bring out its essence and magic and needs to be processed. But in its raw state, it is often the target for all sorts of nefarity that tries to take this shipment. They are looking for extra guards
Is this by water or by land?
by land. They're looking at taking the Tyaden byway rather than the over the hill passage. So this is back around this side
Oh,
of the
that way.
forest.
Okay. Oh, that way's a little quicker, actually.
Mhm.
Okay. What's the pay?
They say that the pay will be about 20 gold a person.
Okay. I'll sign the 4 of us up for that.
Okay. As you go ahead and sign the names of your party members, you think about what they'll say for a moment and then shrug it off. Because that you did your job and now they need to do theirs. Do you get
Pretty
to
much.
it? Yeah. Anything else you want to do in the town?
No, I'm good.
Okay. You pass by the general store.
Well, I was about to say, are we getting supplies from the circus or do we need to get our own supplies from here? If we need to
What?
get supplies, I will buy. I asked the caravan leader how many days should we expect to be. This
It's about a week and a half. They do try to go at a fast pace, so it should be quicker than
so
one might
10 12
expect.
days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I will buy get 2 weeks rations for everybody at the supply store here.
Okay. You have a cart,
Possibly.
don't you?
Do we have a cart?
Yeah, like I believe.
Oh, we
no,
use
Lim-
the cart. It was
Lim-
the circus's
Lim took it
cart.
back. Yeah, Lim took it back.
So I'm assuming that we're not getting anything from the circus. If we do,
It's-
great.
Yeah, right.
But I'm here at the general store. I'm here, so it's like, oh, let's do this.
Might as well, right?
Yeah,
You buy these rations.
I'll get
you-
supplies.
Yeah, there's a cart outside for
I'll buy a
for sale
cart.
if you want it. All right.
Yep.
It's on sale for 50 gold. Do
Okay.
you have that?
Yep.
All right.
Oh yeah, I got lots of money.
Very good. You have a goat capable of pulling the cart, and
Yep.
the cart
That's
can
exactly it.
carry cart can carry about 800 pounds of equipment.
So I'll get. They're not going to have anything I need for. Okay, I'll just get the cart
As you tell the
And-
man to hold the cart until you're back for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. and the
Fantastic.
rations and stuff like that.
All that. He packages it all up and gets it held off in the back for you.
Okay.
And some rope and some anything else? Your standard
I mean,
adventuring kits, or
I have basic adventuring kits.
okay.
So
I mean, he's trying to sell up to you. He's like, would
No,
you
I know,
like
yeah,
some?
I'm good on that. I'm
Got
good on that.
a
Yeah.
map of the area. I got owl bear repellent. Yeah. I want owl bear repellent.
No, I
My
want
own
to bring them
special
in.
blend.
Ooh.
I'm not even gonna ask. No, I'm good. Thank you very much for your help.
Thanks. All right. Well, you let me
And I'll
know if
make-
you think of anything you need.
Oh yeah, we'll be back through with the cart, and if there's anything I need to get the cart and the supplies, so if there's anything we do need, we can check back then. But
You got enough torches?
oh,
Any tanks? Yeah,
actually, I've got a hooded lantern. I might need some oil though.
I got plenty of oil. There's flasks of oil on the shelf for labeled oil.
I'll get 2 flasks of oil for it.
All right. Oh, it's good. That's good. You got a flint and tinder? Yeah, you want?
Yep, yeah, I got all that. Thanks
a
very much.
stack of wood.
Yeah, no, I'm good as I'm backing out of the shop. Yeah.
As the bell jingles, he's like still leaning around the counter, looking out the window, like, you got a cigar for the road?
Oh my God, shut up, man. As I flip into Desiree as I do it, like, shut the fuck up. You're pissing me off now.
Old man taken aback, but you head back to the party. Takes about another half an hour. Within that time, of about 2 hours, Toji is talking to Rexy. Right?
Yeah.
Toji has been looking for Rexy for about an hour at this point.
Going to all the usual hangouts.
Don't find her anywhere. And then you look at the last place you might ever expect her to be.
The Bard's Hole?
The Bard's Hole. As you push in through the doors of a tavern, it's awfully quiet here in the Bard's Hole. You turn the corner and you find out why. Shattered plates lie around the room, as the only person in it is Rexy, sitting at a high bar stool and a high bar table. Her feet kick lightly as she has a bottle of the strongest alcohol available in her hand. Her face is fuzzed over with a haze, and she looks deep into a glass. Thurgan is nowhere to be seen.
Oh, wow. I will walk up, not say anything, but grab a seat next to her.
Chair scrapes on the ground for a moment as you climb onto the chair. Table rocks as you put your hands on it. She looks up. What?
You don't have to say anything. You don't have to say you're sorry for throwing stuff at me. I talked to Lake, and I know what happened.
She nods.
I'll do my best to. I know we can't bring her back, but maybe we can bring the people who did this to justice and get some kind of closure out of this.
She mutters something under her breath. You don't quite catch it.
What was it?
I said, we don't say that we can't bring her back. It's not something we say. Everything's possible. She drinks.
Well, do we know where she was last? Maybe I can bring.
She reaches down her shirt, and from behind a set of adamantite chainmail that she wears under her clothes, she pulls out a locket. Encased inside is the miniaturized body of her daughter, dead. Not that big.
Oh, like the real body, not
The
like
the actual body,
oh God.
encased in amber. She tucks it away. It's not over until it's over. She
Well,
pours herself more.
I will gather whatever information I can about whoever did this, and when we meet back up in Port Damali, I will let you know everything that I found out. If you want closure, revenge, whatever it is, I will help.
Continuing to stare into her drink. She waits until your words have petered out to nothing. She waits until you take it as a sign to leave. As your feet hit the floor. She calls to you. Tochi, don't underestimate them. Don't do stupid things.
I won't. I will take this seriously. You have my word.
Oh, and maybe don't trust Sanders so much. She says, her eyes are blank.
You take care of yourself, Rexy. I'll see you soon.
She nods. As the door of the bard's hole shuts, you think you hear a sob. You're not sure. All right. What do you do next?
Meet. Where? Oh shit! I don't know where we're meeting. I will wander around until I find them.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
check the boatyard and the cart yard.
You ideally check the tides hut next door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And Genevieve's there.
Oh, hey, Genevieve.
Starting the day. There's already a couple of kids who are a little bit too sick and dizzy.
What's up? What time are we taking off?
Ready to go.
I think in an hour.
Do we meet at Tusoa? Is Xander coming back here? What are we doing? I mean, I guess we could start walking that way. Let's grab Giwar and Alfredo and maybe start heading that way. Oh, wait, how big is Jimothy at the moment?
Jimothy, he's a giant goat. He's a
But
large size.
he got reduced.
Yeah, that doesn't last that long.
Yeah, it was momentary.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get Jimothy and throw a couple bags on him and
Animal handling check.
animal handling check. Will you go grab Giwar?
Okay.
13.
You're able to saddle him up, but it takes some time and there's a bit of a struggle doing it. He's not happy with packs being thrown over his back, but a simple feed bag dangling in front of him is enough for him to reach, calms him in order to get him set. He's still not happy with the weight and occasionally bucks, but it is strapped and set on him. And
Cool.
He's ready to go.
I'm donned in my armor.
Fantastic.
All right, let's go grab Alfredo.
Grab.
And start walking to Soa.
Fantastic. 30 minutes later, the party passing by many party goers, the circus already having sent out various guards to clear and patrol his path under Elder's general command. You guys make it to Soa without any interruption. You enter to find Desiree walking away in a huff from a store.
He was just so bloody annoying.
What happened?
And as I'm calming myself down, I revert back into Sebastian. Oh, nothing, my friends, nothing. It's all good. It's all good. I secured us a cart and some traveling supplies. I've also signed us up as caravan guards for a shipment taking the Tyroden byway, which is about the same length of time on the ocean. So Alfredo, not on the river, not to worry. We're not on water. We're traveling by land. I've got us a cart. We're getting paid 20 gold pieces a piece to get there.
Ooh, adventures.
You're welcome.
Fredo is grateful. God damn it. Alfredo only packed a small amount of explosives. Oh well.
Probably not a bad thing.
I mean, it's pretty cool. We're getting paid to travel to where we were going to go to.
Exactly. That's what I thought.
When do we leave?
We're ready. I've got the cart. We can hook up Jimothy to the cart. He can pull the cart for us, right?
When
Jenny?
does the caravan leave? Right?
Yes.
Let's get our end ready to go. So when the caravan's ready to go, we can just leave.
Make
That
it to
works.
the caravan yards and let them know we're reporting for duty and we're ready to go.
You make it to the lumber yards where the caravan is meeting and setting up to find that it is pretty much just you and two other guys named Bill and Ted. They seem to be teenagers.
Do they have two horses and they happen to both be stallions that are not trained well?
That's correct. That's correct. They seem to be pretty amateurs. Pretty much amateurs. Not well versed in mercenary work or caravan guarding. Kind of like red shirts.
Oh God, they're gonna die.
Yeah.
They are
Yeah.
conveniently wearing red shirts.
But yes, they are both wearing red dyed, probably with rose dye or something. Blazers. Not blazers, tunics. That's what they are. Yeah, tunics tied with cord, and they have leather armor over them. But yeah, they've got red shirts on.
I go up to Bill and I say, "Oh, see, I never like to wear red. If I do, then the healer can't see where you're bleeding."
But dude,
And I just say that and just walk away.
where are you going? Like, I wanted to talk to you about this stuff. Oh, well, that guy seemed more experienced than me. I wanted to ask him some questions. Oh, it's all right. That's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. You just have to take it. Hopefully we'll learn something by watching them. I assume that we will. I don't know. Hopefully we'll get better pay than them. Maybe they'll die. We'll get all their money.
I can hear you.
What? No, you will stop eavesdropping. It's quite rude.
You mentioned cookie, and it sparked my interest.
Oh, I don't. Are you a small child?
I am a grown man. I am a small grown man.
A big boy.
Put on my big boy pants.
I was thoroughly confused. I apologize. They hire you as guards? He says, gesturing to your size, and obviously you're.
Have you
Old
never seen a gnome before?
I've of course seen you. I didn't know they hired you as guards.
Oh,
You want to see something cool?
He's using the you as in the royal as in the you as in you people.
Mhm.
wait until he finds out there's a woman here.
What's wrong with women? I love women. They're fantastic. Do you see one?
That was pretty good.
The last time he ain't getting any healing.
Hello. I'm afraid you're probably gonna die first. Just
Why would you say that?
you just insulted the healer.
Well, it's good that I brought my own. And he brings out a single healing potion. I think I'll be fine.
He's good.
What's the
Just
back
hand him
on
a
his
piece-
belt?
And piece of it. First of kin, if you don't mind.
He says, that would be Bill here.
Are you nicer?
Well, I was trying to talk to your friend, but he walked away. I don't know. Are you nice? Like, I'll talk to you. You seem cool.
So far you do.
What?
What?
Huh?
What?
Oh, so far I seem cool. Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah. Do you guys do this often? Do you? This is like your job?
All the time.
Mercenaries? All the time. Well,
Never before.
they say that this is supposed to be some pretty important wood. It's not that much of a distance. I think 6 people should do it, right? The
Well,
driver.
there's 7.
He
And I
looks
just
around.
point over to Giwar, who probably like doesn't blend in, although he does, because he doesn't speak much.
You see,
He
I
was
thought that
invisible.
was.
He just came out.
He was standing so still.
It's like Drax.
like like Drax. Yeah.
Well, fantastic. That should be enough, right?
Sure.
It looks like the gathering. We should get to places.
Cool. I see
Right.
where we should. I'm assuming we'll take up the rear with Jimothy.
That sounds good. We're on horses, so we'd have better height advantage. We'd be able to see up front further, and yeah, maybe we'd be able to handle all the issues before you even have to deal with it, huh? All right.
Our
As they're
British
done,
greater.
as they're done
Confidence.
taunting you a second time, the caravan master, who climbs up on top of the seat and gets done checking his big vellum parchment list and looking at the various planks that have been milled here of this fairly ordinary looking wood. He calls to you all, rallying the mercenaries nearby. And the journey begins. The wheels of the wagon churn along the roads, occasionally crushing pebbles or flinging them off to the side to ping off a rock or a tree, skitter in the grass. From up front, Bill and Ted atop their horses chat long about the days of adventuring they had hoped to accomplish with their pay or in the future, their lives. The caravan master, seemingly stuck with these hires, the best he could get out to Soa, has remained mostly silent, keeping a steady eye on the road ahead, one hand on his crossbow. The wood bounces and shifts to the cart. Occasionally, you feel like you see a glitter, twinkle, emit from within the grains. You all walk alongside or ride along top the cart. The day drags as your legs burn with the pace kept up by the oxen pulling the cart over and over. The road is clear for the most part. The day is beautiful. A light wind brushes against your hair. It's long, lazy.
My God, this is so boring. So, Genevieve, I've told you something about myself. Why did you join the circus? What's your story?
Just to help people.
Where are you from?
Port soon.
Oh, Port Zune. Okay. So part of the menagerie coast here as well. Okay, another coaster, so to speak. And how did you come to the circus?
Just needed to get out and do some good.
How very noble of you. That's wonderful.
Yes.
Right. And Alfredo, you came you from Marquette?
Uh-huh.
Came on a ship that exploded?
Mm-hmm. Well, it either exploded or
Did
struck
you
by
explode
lightning
it?
or something. No. I was
It wasn't one of
wrapped
your
in,
bombs.
Alfredo was wrapped in chains during that time.
Oh. You were brought as a slave?
Possibly. Could have been. Just picked up and shoved into a cage and then ended up on a boat.
And how did you get to the circus?
Well, Alfredo washed up on the shore and the circus was just kind of there. So, great scale one must have guided Alfredo to the circus for a reason.
Koji? How did you get here?
I walked.
Oh my god, you people are so literal. What brought you to the circus, Toji?
I like building stuff, and they gave me an opportunity to build stuff.
Where are you from? Are you like from like Humperdinck or
I think so. I moved around a lot, and then my mom went missing, and then my dad went missing, and then I got hooked up at this blacksmithing school, and then they kicked me out because apparently you had to pay money to go there, and for a while, like money was just being added on. I don't know who did it, and then it stopped, and the circus showed up, and I went there.
so somebody was paying for your schooling?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe my parents had money.
And when did this stop being paid for?
Oh God, how long have I been in the circus? Like a year ago?
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's my story. My backstory.
Okay. Well,
How are your musical instruments treating you? Are they doing okay for you?
yeah, no, I'm definitely getting the hang of this this loot. I think it's my favorite so far.
Because
This song.
recently I figured I can expand to one more instrument. I think I can do 4 now.
Oh, with the oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
If you have
Excellent.
another instrument in mind you want to do.
Well, I don't have any more on me right now, but
We
maybe
can
when
find
we get to
one.
Port Damali.
Maybe a little harp action.
Did you ever meet your father?
I don't think so. I might have when I was younger, but I don't
You
remember.
don't remember?
No.
Okay. So tell me about Port Zune, Genevieve. What was Port Zune like?
Genevieve's just kind of staring off into space and just what?
Port Zune. What was Port? I've never been. What was Port Zune like?
Just I don't know, a city.
Was it clean?
Sure. I mean, no more or less than any other city. I mean, I don't know, I'm not nostalgic that way.
Did they have a cool pub?
No, not overly. I mean, and like I said, it's just, I don't know. I like to look to the future, not to the past.
Well, sure, but I mean, you can see the future, I guess, but I can't. So I'm just trying to get to know you guys.
Yeah, I don't like talking about my past. It's the past.
Okay, fair.
What about you, Float Face Xander?
You
Why
are
the
cast
circus?
You are
Why the-
cast a glance at Genevieve as she says that. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Sorry,
What?
what?
Why the circus, Alfredo? Well, I kind of told you I was, on the run.
But why the circus?
Because they were leaving Port Damali, and I didn't know they were going to be coming back in a year's time. So here we are. And then I kind of fell in love with, performing.
If
And
we're asking
wanted to take that up.
all these questions about people, Alfredo, what's your obsession with blowing things up?
Fredo does not know what you mean. Alfredo.
Things just like to explode around you.
No.
Hips, drums.
Alfredo likes creating, but sometimes creations go boom.
I mean, you were hanging out with Giwar, and the other day he exploded, but that was because of the drinking.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
different
that was
exploding.
fun.
Alfredo just likes tinkering with things. Not too good at it, as the explosions point out, but it's fun. It reminds me of it's not father. What do you want to do? The person who helped Alfredo. He was good with the boom things. Made them all pretty.
Do we really trust Bill and Ted up front there by themselves?
Nope.
Should we maybe take a look and see how they're doing?
Yeah. I mean, we should have Giwar take a gander.
Ewar wanders his way to the front of the caravan, where this scene that has been put in front of you has not yet unfolded. I was waiting for you guys to finish your thing, but I guess you are. I guess
I
you
think
are.
that's pretty much finished it.
You guys got it, yeah. We're almost done placing tokens. So close.
Well, I got, so as we start spreading out a bit, I pull out something from my pocket and come up to Toji, and I show him a picture. And I said, I think this is you. And it's a picture of a young, a family, a gnome, father, mother, and a little child, little boy. Does that look like your mother?
Yeah, that actually does look like my mother. Why do you have a picture of me as a child?
And with that, we get ambushed. And with that, Bill and Ted call from the front of the caravan. Guys, we got some people, and I don't quite speak their language, but they seem angry.
Oh God.
When I hear that, I'm armoring up.
As you armor up and you begin to walk towards the front of the caravan, you hear demands in some ancient language. It seems to be some bizarre mixture of Elvish and Orcish brought together. Your approach is waylaid by the assault of arrows, because I actually don't want you all up at the front.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know wherever you want me to go. Yeah.
Arrows fly in from multiple directions. And as you dive for cover, see where they're coming from, none of them will hit you. You will see the situation is far worse than initially perceived.
No good.
All right. And with that, we will wait for Giwar and next session to play out this ambush as these tribal warriors seem to have come to protest the taking of their wood.
Cool.
Like, subscribe. We'll see you next time. Ideally, next Wednesday. Same time, same place, and wherever you happen to watch YouTube from. It's
The
none of my
videos
business.
go live on Mondays.
Oh, they go on Mondays at what time?
See you Monday.
6
At 6. I should
PM.
know this.
Specific.
What time zone?
Pacific. I don't know what time that is in your time zone.
Yeah, Google can help you figure that out, but
2 hours earlier.
yeah.
Well,
Like,
it's
subscribe.
everybody's time zone except for CJ's.
We are that's right.
I get it before you even post it.
Yeah, right.
Future man.
We will see you all next time on our wonderful adventure. Idle Mimic says goodbye.
Bye.